Man, season 2, episode 17, Father's Day edition. Going crazy. Gonna have some special guests today. Phillip Hammond Mark Omard. Let's get it started.
Yo. Okay. I see what's going on here. All right. I see. All right. I see what's going on over here, big dog. All right. Okay. It's Father's Day. Hey, listen, man.
Man.
You know, I see what you're doing out here. All right. I see what's going on. Hold on. I think my man Mark is in the building too. We're gonna get y'all both on.
Oh, cool.
If he's by a pool, I'm hanging up the phone.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out why is he showing off, Phil?
Yo.
Why are you?
Yo, Mark. I swear to God. I said, yo, if Mark has a pool behind him too, I'm hanging up the line.
No pool, bro. No dice.
Yo. I'm sitting here like, yo, all right, man. You know what? I'm done for the day.
Yo,
What's up, Mark, my brother? Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Yo.
Thanks for having us, T.
Yo. Listen, first of all, thank you for taking an hour out of your time to come talk and have this important conversation surrounding fathers, you know, especially in the community. I forgot my shades. Please forgive me. But yo, listen, man, y'all two are some of the most powerful brothers that I really do know. Y'all doing some amazing things. First of all, in the community, and just as men, y'all both businessmen, entrepreneurs, and things like that. And you guys are fathers. You know, Mark, you know, you are a father of two with one on the way. Congratulations to you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Phil, you are a new father.
Yes,
Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I just kind of want to get it started this way. And we'll start with Mark. What does fatherhood mean to you?
Fatherhood, what does it mean to me? Wow.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, guys. For one, I wouldn't be the fatherhood was set to me for my and he laid the groundwork of father. And speaking of that, T, I know it's not easy for you, but I just want to say condolences to you and your family, because I know, you know, you know what I mean. He was a father. You understand?
Yeah, appreciate that, bro.
He was a father.
Yeah, laid the blueprint for you. So, I mean, fatherhood is just about being accountable, man, being responsible, taking care of your responsibilities, your priorities, loving and giving structure to our kids and our children, providing discipline, providing just that male presence in the kids' lives, because that's sometimes that could be a missing piece. But that male presence is definitely needed, and it's if you don't necessarily have your father, let's say your father is not necessarily around physically, but you have some type of father mentors or male mentors that can provide that male influence, because it's definitely much needed in our community. So, you know, I wouldn't be the man I was today if it wasn't for my father. Shout out to all the fathers on Father's Day. Thank you, Terrence, for providing this platform just to even talk about fatherhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yes, that's that.
Phil, what about you?
For me, I feel like a lot of the stuff, even before I got married, was centered around me structuring things for my life, always trying to start a business, trying to grow a business, right? But I think, like, when it came time to family and marriage and having a kid, they're set aside it was almost like a separate life, right? Because everything was just meshed together. My personal life was just part of my business life, and it was just because I didn't really treasure my privacy the way I do when I'm like married now and like having a kid. And so I think for me, fatherhood is like, it's like a separate journey, and it's a very unselfish journey. Like, you know, it's something that you're thinking. I mean, I wasn't even, to be honest with you, I wasn't even thinking about life insurance and these things before. I would think about business insurance, signing leases and stuff, but I wasn't thinking about like insurance. Ava has a college fund account. She has a stock account. She has like, I mean, and you know, kudos to my wife because she sets all of that up. But you know, it's one of those things where fatherhood is a very unselfish journey. And what I realized more than anything, especially with now Ava not being able to talk back as Mark's kids are able to talk back now, what I realized is that it's not about what you're saying, it's what they see you doing, right? So you could say a bunch of things. I mean, if you're a smoker and you're telling your kids, don't smoke, but you're smoking on the thing, they say, well, Dad's smoking, like, you know. So I say that to say, like, for me, it's very like action driven, and so I'm very aware of what I'm saying, what I'm saying to my friends, what I'm saying to my wife, and even at Ava's young age now, just being like 3 months. So fatherhood for me is a very like unselfish kind of. It's a gift it's a very responsible gift, right? It's something that you're given that requires a lot of responsibility and maintenance, you know? So just like when you go out to go buy a Range Rover and you're going to spend $150,000 in the car, and you're like, well, you know, am I going to be able to make these payments? What's the maintenance life and stuff like that? Fatherhood is a real thing, man. It's not something, and I'm really glad I did it at a later age, because I really planned and I thought about being a dad for like 2 years, you know, and I thought about what that meant, what I would have to do, and so like I set myself up hopefully on like a good path, but yeah, it's definitely an unselfish gift, you know.
That's dope, man. Thank you guys for that. So, you know, I want to give you guys your flowers because, to be honest with you guys built businesses up from the ground up. I've seen the early journeys of Mark's business. You know, like when he first started to where it is right now, like where it's booming. And by the way, if anybody has any kids in the metro area that really wants to go work out and learn discipline, learn mixed martial arts, get a good workout in, please send your kids to the OMA Center, the fitness center, man, in Baldwin, New York. He does amazing work with the kids. So he's like a father figure to just not just his kids, you know what I'm saying, but other kids as well. And I've seen it firsthand, man. So definitely want to salute to Mark with that for sure.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
You know, yeah, man. And I've also seen Phil grow from the ground up. You know, I've seen, you know, the different adversities starting out with, I believe it was Royal Blue Diamonds and all the other things from back in the day. And people would say that, you know what I'm saying, that it wouldn't work out. You know what I'm saying? People would say certain things, you know what I'm saying? But you stood strong, you stood firm. And to see where you're at right now with, you know, PH Media and consulting in media, like to see how that's grown now, really, truly, guys, you know, I just want to just say to you both, man, yo, congratulations for staying the course. You know what I'm saying? Because you both are successful because of that. And that's something that your kids can look at, you know, years from now and say, you know what? My father did do this, and I'm going to do it too. So, yo, salute to you guys for that.
Yes,
definitely.
And piggybacking off what Mark said earlier, kudos to you too, because I feel like, just like DJ Nice did, right? You started this because there was a pandemic. There's a lot going on, and it was an escape for a lot of people to see, you know, you touch base with other people and learn about helpful tools and stuff, everything from financial planning to just talking about your wellness and mindset. And I think that's such a great thing. And you were so consistent with it. You didn't say, oh, I can't do this because I don't have this camera or that camera. You just jumped on live, and you've been doing it very consistent ever since. And And I think that is, consistency is one of the most like important things, you know. So definitely kudos to you, and you're doing this out of just like a love and passion to offer advice to people, right? And I mean, to shine a little light on us, but obviously, you know, hopefully to help somebody else that might be listening or may not even want to like reach out or ask for help. They can just listen in and watch and get some advice. So I appreciate you doing this too.
Yo, thank you, man. I definitely appreciate that, man. It's crazy when you talk about consistency, because when I started this thing back in last year, like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a haircut, like people were saying, T, you wild, like you out here looking like, nah, you know, it was wild. Like people like, yo, you can't wait to get a haircut. I say, the barbershop's not even open, man. Look, man, y'all don't get this face and this hair, however you gonna get it, because it's not about the face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mark,
it's about the message, bro.
Yo, Mark, Terrence pulled up on me, and the first time he wanted me to come on, I was like, I didn't have a haircut or anything. He's like, yo, Phil, can you go on? I was like, yo, T, I haven't been to the barber in a while. He says, son, look at me. He said,
I was looking crazy, son, like for months on like this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? But I said, yo, it's not about me. It's, you know, it's not a fashion show.
And
it's about messaging.
When he said that, it really hit me. And I was like, damn, man, he's right. Like, you know, it's about, you know, the words and the conversation and stuff. And that conversation is the heart of what you do. So I was, you know.
Yeah, nah. Yo, Mark, Phil lying though, because yo, when we did the show the first time, he came up here in a 3-piece suit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
But I believe that. Because that's how.
I'm still connected with you guys, right?
Yeah, Mark. Oh, we can't. Oh, you keep going in and out, bro. What'd you say?
I said we start playing this line by now.
Oh, okay.
But you'll find this a lot. The images themselves. And
yeah.
Part. You got it.
Yeah.
Part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And in the fitness industry, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? If
yeah.
An overweight trainer, and I'm trying to tell somebody what to do. So, you know, that's how we gotta just roll with it. But again, the main issue is the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and people are here or off of you know, that look, and they don't get the stuff. They can never get the stuff. You know,
right.
Hopefully, we can get.
Yo, bro. Yo, Mark. You keep chopping up really bad. Your audio.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Or is it better or no?
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
You sound better.
All right. Now, what I was saying is that this conversation, this piece is really, really impactful, man. Just because, like, I have a student, one of my students, he lost his father, and I feel like he needs to get back into, get back into having mentors and just having, and that's where some people, they take that for granted, having a father figure mentor or having just a mentor in general, a male mentor, way different than having a female mentor. We need that too. But having a presence in kids' lives is so necessary.
Bro, you can't put that phone down, bro. No. Yo, you can't put it down. We lose your audio.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah,
man. So I was just saying. So what I was saying, I'm gonna hold this joint for the rest of the time, bro. What I was saying is that we gotta have, we gotta continue to have these mentorship programs or just these mentorship conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About having male figures in children's lives and adults' lives too, and just checking in and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And that's why I really wanted to highlight you guys, because I want people to see, like, Black fathers in action, and Black fathers in action that honestly, that don't look like, like the fathers of older, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, who still, very youthful, impactful, right? You know, because we used to like the Cosby, you know, like that whole, like, it's a little older, you know what I mean? You know, 50, 55, right? But to see you guys still young, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and still managing a business,
Yeah.
still working, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
y'all active, right?
Right.
And that's why I really want to highlight you guys, man, because you guys are doing an incredible job. So speaking of business and family, you both run very busy companies and very busy businesses, right? So I'll go with Phil on this one. So how do you, because you have a newborn, right? Like, so how do you manage, you know, business and family?
Well, coming into, like I said, when Sam was pregnant, I was thinking, I spent a lot of time, especially because we were indoors a lot, thinking about what those first couple of months were going to be like, for me, and how I was going to able to, and at that time, I also decided to rebrand, my company to, you know,
Yeah.
our mission has changed. The quality of the services has been the same, but the mission has changed a lot, right? So I was doing two things. I was thinking about that, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm going to grow this business back, so I'm going to have to do marketing, TV commercials, all this stuff, but I need to spend time with Ava. So what I did, and Sam, and so what I did
Mm-hmm.
is I said, okay, I'm going to work a few days a week on the business,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to be home a couple of days. So I bought another computer to be able to do work, and then I'll tell people on Zoom, you know, whether they're a new client or something, I'm like, hey, listen, if you hear my daughter in the background, or if you hear something, I was like, you know, that's just my daughter. And it kind of worked out because during the pandemic, a lot of people were doing that, right?
Yep.
So for me, it was okay, spending a couple of days. And John, one of my friends, taught me this. You can manage your time. Time management is so
Mm-hmm.
good because, man, I'm getting the amount of work that I'm getting done in like 3 days. So like say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are my days to do my work. Mondays, I'm home. Fridays, I spend with Sam. We'll go out, we'll do like a date night, we'll do something. In fact, right, and it honestly, to tell you the truth, guys, it doesn't really work without my parents right now, because my parents watch Ava like on the weekends, right? So from like Friday up until like today, or sometimes Saturday, they're watching her, so I'm able to do that. But I talk to them ahead of time and ask them, hey, would you guys be able to do this for me so I can stick to the schedule? So we're on a really good schedule right now, and that's how it
Mm-hmm.
works for me.
Dope. So Mark, um, it's interesting because you can't. I mean, you can, but you don't work from home. You have a dojo, you have a gym, right? So how do you manage that time for family time and your business? Because you're there like almost 7 days a week.
Right, right. So like Phil said, it's about having that schedule. You know what I mean? And it came to the point where I started working, and I remember my son, he was like, "Dad, you always working." You know what I mean? And when he said
Mm-hmm.
that to me, that hit home like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to go in again, and I was like,
Yeah.
I had to look back like, oh shoot, maybe I am working too much, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm paying for the bills, all this, that, and the third. I got expenses, so I'm trying to work as much as possible. But there comes a point in time where you got to make sacrifices. You know what I mean? So what I did is I blocked off, let's say on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I was only doing the new private clients. So that means Monday, Wednesday, Friday was my off day, where I can just take the kids to school. I can
Yeah,
focus on home. I can take care of responsibilities at home. Because if you don't make that and you don't block off those times, then guess what happens? You always just working, and I didn't even realize it was affecting the whole family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of
Mm-hmm.
the sacrifices where I made, and it's working out really well, so that I'm there for my kids. My kids see that I'm present, because that's one of the things that I wanted to do as a business owner, was to have the flexibility to raise my
Right.
kids. But within this whole process, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm working even more than I would at a 9 to 5. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
definitely had to make the sacrifice, and the sacrifice and creating a schedule, like Phil said, was
Mm-hmm.
really what's gonna take it home. You know what I mean? Especially with a newborn on the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Girl.
appreciate it.
Are
Girl.
you having a girl, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
girl.
Girl, all right, girl dad there. So we have two girl dads right here.
Yeah, we here.
Well, you have two sons. You got two sons too. So
Yeah,
you're gonna be a girl and boy dad.
yeah,
All
absolutely.
right. So you guys are both leaders in your own right as far as managing your business. You guys have your own businesses. So you guys are leaders.
Hold on. I just have to show my brother putting hot sauce in his drink. What?
What are you?
Hey,
Oh
what's up,
wow.
bro?
That
Who put hot
wow.
in the drink? This is different. You see this?
Wow.
Okay,
I don't know if that's wow.
hold on.
Oh man. So what is that?
That's our hot sauce, bro. That we
Calypso? What's that?
yeah, it's our hot sauce.
Woo!
My brother makes it. So T, if you need one, Phil, if you need one, we can make a delivery for you guys.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know about the hot sauce in the drink though, bro. I might have to put it on my food or something. I might use that for my food or something.
For real.
Yo, so when it comes to leadership, right?
Yes.
You guys are both leaders within your own business. So how does that translate to the home? You know what I'm saying? Like leadership in the home. How do you structure that? Or how does that change from your business to home?
Right. Phil, you wanna touch on that? Because I can touch on it. But you want to go first?
Yeah.
I think for me, somebody that I work with at our Long Island office, he's been very influential for me, right? And he tells me all the time, you manage your family, right? Like you manage your business, right? When I was talking about like finances and like things like that,
Yeah.
Sam's in charge of that, right? And we have those
Okay.
conversations, right? So I have conversations with Samantha about she manages our like brokerage accounts. She manages Ava's accounts. She makes a lot of those kind of decisions, right? And and I think and then I have my like job, right? So we're a team, and just like I have my team, I have 9 people on my crew, and everybody has a specific job: social media management, accounts management, billing, right? It's the same thing at home, right? I know what I'm good at and what I do, and Samantha knows what she does, right? And then when Ava's coming up, she'll understand her responsibilities, what little things she needs to do around the house. And it's all a team effort. And then as a team, we're held liable for those things, right? So if something goes wrong, we could say, oh, okay, if that needs to be addressed by Samantha. Samantha handles that. So if someone says, hey, Phil, how do I send money to Ava's account? Oh, speak to Samantha. That's her department, right? If it's something else, oh, okay, speak to Phil about that. Phil handles that department, Phil, I do a lot of the decor in the house. I do a lot of I do most of the cooking, right? And so I do the grocery shopping because I know what things we need. I know what items we need. If our diets change, I know what we need to be bringing in the house. And Samantha just trusts me to know, like what to bring into the house and stuff like that. And so I think that I manage home like I manage the business. Everyone has a responsibility. And then we do our meetings and we check stuff. We're supposed to be buying a new car, but we're like, all right, we have some taxes that need to be taken care of first, right? And Samantha brought that to my attention because she's in charge of that. So what I do is, okay, Samantha, I'm going to send the money to our account so you can take care of those. So by the fall, you can get the car that you want, right? So that's pretty much how I handle it,
Got you. So Mark, so what about you?
Sorry, brother. So you say, repeat the question again, Phil. I mean,
So talking about like transitioning of like the leadership in business, going from the leadership in the home. Like how do you transition that as from being like a leader and the father in your home, as for the business too?
Well, it goes hand in hand. So at home, in the business, I got employees. I make sure the employees are taken care of. I'm paying bills. The home, it's always been synonymous for me. You know what I mean? So at home, I'm taking care of the kids. I'm paying bills. The home, it's always been synonymous for me. You know what I mean? So at home, I'm taking care of the kids. I'm paying bills. The home, it's always been synonymous for me. You know what I mean? So at home, I'm taking care of the kids. I'm paying bills. The home, it's always been synonymous for me. You know what I mean? So at home, I'm taking care of the kids. my wife is making sure the kids are being nurtured. She's doing what she needs to do in order to take care of the kids. But it's the same to me, you know. It's one and one, you know what I mean. But just the approach may be a little bit different, you know what I mean. I may need to be a little bit more sensitive. I need to be a little bit more understanding. I may need to a little bit more patient. Whereas with the business, I may need to be a little bit more serious and aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I gotta just tweak my my attitude towards where I'm at. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of it is just, you know, having a little bit more balance when it comes to the two. My hardest part is getting the balance between the two, between the business and the house. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because it's not the easiest thing to do, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But the transition itself, it's like I said
Mm-hmm.
before, it's a lot more. And to me, the business part is way easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That so
It's a lot of pivoting, right, with the family.
Yes,
Pivoting,
absolutely.
a lot more pivoting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes, so, you know, parenthood, you know, is always glorified. We know it's a blessing, and we know, you know, we see the cute pictures, and we see the moments, we see all those things, right? But as a parent, how do you actually manage, as a parent, your individual mental wellness, right? And I'm gonna start with Mark with this. I think just because he already, you know, he has two kids already. You know what I'm saying, who's already at a certain age. So, like, how do you navigate your own mental health? Because you are a husband, you're a father, right? You know what I'm saying? You're a business owner. But what about Mark, the person, Mark the man? Like, how do you navigate your mental wellness?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone needs an outlet, you know. And I've been luckily to be in a business where it's my passion, you know what I mean? And my passion, which is my love of martial arts and training and teaching and just the arts in general. So that's always been my outlet. You understand? So when I'm having a stressful day, there's nothing like jumping in a class and sparring with my guys, or you know, to release that, or just I'm alone, I'm doing a quick exercise or something like that in order just to release that pent up whatever I'm feeling. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the easiest thing to do when it comes down to running the business and having a house, but that's always been my outlet. That's always been how I was able to just deal with the day-to-day, you know, struggle. You understand what I'm saying? Or the day-to-day hustle, because it's not the hustle. But you gotta make time. Also, I like to get like massages. You know what I mean? I tried cupping a couple times.
Oh wow!
You know, I go to this spot. You know, what you call a Zen retreat spot where they, you know, they do the cupping, they do the massages. I'll get a massage once a week if possible, if I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just taking care of it, whether it's acupuncture. I used to do acupuncture. Certain things that's gonna provide that just that release. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you one thing, and I'll tell you one thing, we all need that, because, you know, that stress could really build up. You understand what I'm saying?
In a major way.
You know what I mean? That's how I.
Yeah, and that's dope. Hey, yo, cupping is crazy. I did cupping a couple times. I did acupuncture. Yeah. But the massages, I just got a massage yesterday. I ain't even gonna hold you. I just got a massage yesterday.
Wow.
I said, yeah, man. I'm trying to, you know, it's one thing to just start to incorporate various different things. You know what I'm saying, to kind of just help you relieve stress. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely starting to incorporate more of like the massages and things like that. But yeah, Phil.
Yes.
What about you?
So I realized that having a family, right, and people don't realize it, right? If you're a leader of your company, if you're a leader, and I know a lot of like self-made millionaires, right? And their advice is they're always taking a vacation, They're always pampering themselves. They're always buying themselves something. And it's so important. And what happens is a lot of times you'll see leadership doing these things, and then you think like, oh, they're not doing any work. I'm doing all the work for the company, blah, 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 right? But speaking as somebody that is like in like a leadership perspective, taking care of yourself is so important, physically, mentally, right? I'm, you know, I don't get in, I don't spar with people like Mark, but
You don't want to spar with Mark, man.
No, you don't.
I'll keep it a buck with you.
Yeah, I just watch from the outside.
Yeah.
No, but I cook. I love cooking. I love cooking for other people. And I definitely like to shop. So I definitely do retail therapy. And my wife and I will, you know, we'll splurge on each other like once a month. Like I got an amazing gift for Father's Day today, and you know, we splurge. We buy each other gifts like once a month, and we'll go do something that's a little bit more expensive. And we planned, we're going to Barbados and Paris in the fall, and so we'll take trips, and then we plan our stuff with my family, and then also stuff with Ava, right? So we have next year we're going to Bali for a month. We're renting a house up there, and we're going to be with Ava out there. So we're going to run our businesses from out there and just focus on, you know, having fun with Ava and kind of being away from the city life. But I think when you do those things, and even if you go and just do a nice little spa, or you do a facial, or I mean, I'll go get like a manicure and pedicure. I feel so much better, even just going like 3 shops down and go and get a pedicure. Like my mind feels better, and I feel a little bit more refreshed when I come back. And I think that's so important, especially if you're a leader, to not burn yourself out, and to don't feel bad giving time for yourself, right? That time is so important, and make everybody aware of it. No, Phil's not available during this time because Phil is out doing this. This is Phil's Friday. And then my team and the people I work with in Garden City and in the city, they know when I'm available and when I'm not available. So if clients call or whatever, they know they're going to be able to handle the call. But if they can't take it, they'll say, well, Phil will be back on Tuesday. Phil's available Tuesday to Thursday. If you have an issue, that's when you can deal with it, right? So I think giving yourself time and pampering yourself and doing whatever it is that you love to do, whether it's bike riding, whether it's going to watch the game or something like that, whether it's hanging out with your friends, whatever the case is, I think definitely make sure that you spend time and put that on the calendar, because it's so important as leaders in your house and leaders, you know, in your business.
Damn, that's pretty dope, bro. So if you had somebody come to you right now, I don't know, they could be 27, 28. So, I just got my girlfriend pregnant or wife pregnant, whatever the case. I'm about to have a baby. What's some of the top, I would say, give me top 3 advice that you would give to this young man. We can start with Mark.
Damn, really, T? Yeah. So he said so you're saying he gets his girl pregnant. He's young.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. I mean, like
is
27, 28. You know.
The baby's already on the way, Mark. The baby's already on the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man. This is it's a lot that goes into that one, man. What do I tell him?
Yeah.
For one, I would tell him to put God first. Tell him to 2, he needs to now understand that his life has changed and is changing, and from here on in, it's everything is going to be revolved around taking care and providing a safe environment for the child to be raised in. And 3, make sure you got a good ass job, bro. That's about, you know what I mean? Make sure
Yeah.
you're able to provide for that kid. You know, make sure you are able to put yourself last at times if you need to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's my three, man. That
All
was a
right.
tough question.
All
Jeez,
right, cool.
I wish you would have sent me that, and you should have texted me that like before we got on this show. But I had some
Yo,
better answers, bro. Just that. Man. Your turn, Phil.
Oh man. Yeah, Phil, what's going on with you, Phil?
I definitely think God first. Funny thing is, we just looked into Ava's baptism, and the father was talking to me about renewing, the sacrament, the sacraments, renewing my vows and stuff. And I'm thinking like, oh wow, I haven't gone to church in a while. But one thing I've always done, and I told him, I always pray, and I always have a relationship with God, and I don't pray for things, right? I pray for strength, continued wisdom. I just thank him for
Mm-hmm.
what I have, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, everything you're doing for me, thank you. Like, thank you for letting me
Mm-hmm.
get up. Thank you for giving me like this strength and the intelligence to do things and my creativity. Thank you for everything. And then I thank him for, my family and my friends. But the second thing I would say is make sure that you tighten up your relationship with the person that you're having that baby with.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you spend a lot of time with them, realize you're making a nest, right? And anything that you can do to make that nest more comfortable and make her feel more comfortable, it's going to benefit you in the long run, right?
Mm-hmm.
I knew that Sam was pregnant, and we were still living with my parents, saving up. We wanted to buy this house, so we put all this money away, and it ended up not. It's a seller's market, so everyone's asking for over asking, right? But it happened to we found this co-op in Rockville Center, and during the process, the owner was really cool because he's giving me the option to buy it. But he says, Phil, man, I'm going to give you the keys a month in advance. Do what you want to do, right? Which was really cool, right? No one really gets that. And what I did is I took my time and I set up the place so that my wife didn't have to think about that stuff, right? And she was fighting me on stuff. Why are you setting up the crib? Why are you doing all this stuff? The baby's not even going to sit in the crib for the next couple of months. They're going to. But I said, babe, let me just do it, right? So I organized it and I set up everything so that when she came over, when we moved in, everything was already set up. And it took such a burden off of her, and she was such in a more relaxed state. And then the other thing I did is I spoke to my parents, I spoke to her parents, and it's really good to understand what the plan is, right? Planning is so important, right? And that your family is now like a part of that business, right? They're in the business of, say, that kid. That kid is a company, right? So you're going to say, okay, what's going to be your role? This is what I'm thinking. Let me get your opinion on some stuff, right? And having those relationships with the family and having the relationships with the significant other, whether that's your girlfriend or your wife or, it's so important to be on the same page. And you don't realize you're in a real partnership until you have a kid. When you have a kid, it's a real like clock in, clock out kind of situation.
That's correct. You 100% right on that.
11 p.m. From 11 p.m. to 6 p.m. Ava is my responsibility. So overnight, I'm watching Ava, right? So I'm responsible for her meals. I'm responsible for putting her back to bed, changing her diapers. Samantha comes out 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I go to sleep, right? I let her sleep in her room. Sometimes I close the door, I let her sleep. And then sometimes she's like, babe, you can come sleep next to me. But what I realize is that if she doesn't get her full amount of sleep, she's going to wake up groggy and she won't be able to take over officially, right? So we have shifts. I said, babe, no, you rest, get some good sleep. And we've been doing that for a couple months now until Ava can transition to sleeping on her own, and which she's starting to do right now, right? and then I'll join her back for those night, sleeps and stuff. But that's very important, right? So planning with your family and planning with a significant other, keeping God first. And I think the third thing, financially, right? We were blessed to have a lot of friends. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Up until now, I haven't bought a pair of diapers. I haven't bought a pair of clothes. I haven't bought a pair of wipes. We got so many gifts and so much financial support from our friends and family that Ava, Terrence, you saw her room, right? I mean, full with stuff like Costco. She's so blessed right now, right? So if you don't have that, right, it's like what Mark said. Make sure that you upgrade yourself, man. If there's something that you always wanted to do, or maybe you can say, and have that conversation with your boss. Say, hey, listen, I'm getting ready to have a kid. Are there some more hours, or there's some additional things that we can do? And just even if you're in a regular 9-to-5 position, right? What can we do? As an entrepreneur, we can come up with one idea. Mark could say, I'm going to offer one more night class, and that one night class is going to make me $5,000 more a month, right? So as an entrepreneur, you can look at how a little thing, and that money is going to go just into managing my baby's expenses, right? So that one account that I brought on that next year, that money is just going to go just to managing my baby. The little extra money I make off of these, 20 hours is going to go right into managing that baby, right? And just put the money, you don't even look at it for anything else. You just put it away for her or him or both of them. You might have double, you might have triplets, you might have,
Jeez.
So, and my brother always tells me too, as much planning as you can do, you're never fully prepared, right? So just like Mark has this pivot thing, just be prepared to pivot, be prepared to pivot. Whatever you read or whatever someone tells you, accept it. Thank you for giving me that advice, but realize that your baby is not their baby. Anything can happen. The baby can be born premature or very late, so just be prepared to pivot and give yourself that time to forgive yourself if you don't know what you're doing at first.
Give yourself some grace. And the one thing about Mark, and sometimes I don't think Mark really knows, but like I watch him a lot of times, like before. I've watched Mark when he parents like with his kids. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it be at his house or at the dojo, and his kids are there. I watch him, and the one thing that I can say that from watching Mark is that he has a good balance, like a good balance of letting his kids be free, and a good balance of discipline.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yes.
So if that was something that I would say for Mark is like, yo, like if there's any young person out there or parent in general, new parent, is have that balance of letting your kids be them, but also that balance of, yo, I am father. You know what I'm saying? And you still catch these hands. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Mark's dad. Mark's dad used to manage my accounting and did taxes for me and we used to have some really good conversations in his office. And he has that balance too, man. He has that thing where he's gonna let you kind of be yourself, but he's gonna also hit you with that wisdom, and you're gonna listen. So Mark gets that balance from his dad, So
I always watch that. I always watch that.
Very good at that.
And I was like, that's super dope. That's super dope.
Because our kids, they need. And one thing that I noticed that you can't force anybody to be what they're not going to be. You know, understand what I'm saying? And there got to be room for growth. And a lot of the times is that we want our kids to be the doctors and we want our kids to be the lawyers but that's not for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Our kids may not want that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And we got to provide that room for them to grow. We give them that, and if they fail, they fail, but you got to be there to catch them as well. But you got to provide that outlet for them to be whoever they want to be. You understand what I'm saying? You can't force it on anyone. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, man.
Father's Day, guys getting drinks brought to them. You know what I'm saying? Father's Day, guys getting drinks brought to them. That's the
Oh,
way it
No,
should
no
be
more
on
hot
Father's
sauce.
Day,
No more hot
man.
sauce.
I need,
No more hot sauce.
I need
No
a,
more hot
I need to have a drink in my hand now. I'm looking.
sauce.
Yo, my man said no more hot sauce.
Yeah. No more hot sauce.
He said no more hot sauce, man. Nah.
Yo, he straight ruined my other drink. Put hot sauce. Oh my gosh, bro. Nah,
Yo,
man.
listen. I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time, man. I appreciate the time that you've given me to come on here on your day, Father's Day, to come kind of give some wisdom out to the people, man.
Our
And I
day.
really just
Our day.
Howard,
Our
nah,
day.
man, it's y'all
Because
day,
you know
man.
why? Because
I it was
you a lot of these dudes' dads right now.
come on, man.
A lot of these dudes, they need to be saying Happy Father's Day to you, T. That's
Word.
it.
Oh man,
Nah, because you're
man.
providing the real, bro. You're providing a real conversation, and just, you know, and this is what it's all about. And they don't even know how far we go back. They don't know how far me and Phil go back.
Oh
How
my
Nah, they
many
God.
don't.
years? If I showed a picture, or Phil, we go back. Look, I'm so and so now, 38.
34 years, something?
34 years, bro. We go back
For
34 years. You understand? It's so crazy that
I
where
know,
you
man.
are now, I'm proud of you, bro. Of where you
Yo,
are now.
same
I see
here,
the
man.
growth. I see the growth. You already know I'm always rooting for you. Terrence, I see the growth from where you were to where you are now. How you being consistent, the consistency, the follow through, the delivery, everything that you're doing. Now you have your brand, and that in itself is just, yo, it's to be applauded. And shout out to all the fathers out there too, man.
Yeah, man.
And shout out, and I think fatherhood is not just about being a biological father, man. To be a
nah,
mentor, to
right.
be a father, to
True.
you know, to have a godchild or niece or a nephew,
Yes,
and just being a role model for them is fatherhood. You know, understand?
absolutely.
And it's just
Yeah, that's true,
so
bro.
deep. So I challenge all the men just to just step up even more. Continue just to step outside of their comfort zone. Continue to be selfless when it comes
Mm,
to our children, our friends, our family,
mm.
and just continue to motivate each other. You understand?
Absolutely.
And check on your friends. Check on your fathers. Check on your friends that are fathers. Check
Exactly.
on your friends. Period. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? Because you just never know what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? People are suffering in extreme silence right now. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
And we already know the male suicide rate is big. It's
What's up, little
huge. Big
one?
numbers. Yo, what up?
Say what's up.
Little man in the building.
What's up?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, Terrence. Like, I think, like,
Yeah.
a lot of times when you think of Father's Day, right? You think
Yeah.
you think of tools, right? You think of outdoor tools, saw,
Grill.
hammer. And when you think of Mother's Day, you think of diamonds, you think of jewelry, you think of, and, um, it's because I feel like we're always building, we're always kind of like working and stuff like that, and I think that fathers, whether they speak about it or not, like I think they like to be pampered too, and
That's a fact.
and
Don't give me no bum socks, bro. Don't give me no socks when I become a father. I swear to God, don't give me no socks. I'm throwing it out.
Yeah.
they like pampered, emotion, and when you hear father, you think of genetics, like I'm genetically your father, but dads,
Yeah.
dads are like so much cool, like oh my
Yeah.
dad, right? When you think of dad, you think of football, you think of like going out and playing or playing. I mean, I love dressing up my daughter. Like I was having a daughter is an incredible thing. Like I dress her up, I style her hair, I pick out her outfits and stuff like that, and so guys we're capable of a lot, and
We are.
I think when we see other people being exposed to those things, I have no problem saying like, oh, I dress my daughter up and I put her in her outfits and I style her and I cook and I.
Absolutely.
This morning I spent 4 hours cleaning our place. Like And Sam was like, babe, this is not what I wanted for Father's Day for you. I said, I love this. I said, the baby's away now. I said, we can clean up and have the place ready for the whole week. I said, this is fun. I'm cleaning, I'm scrubbing, I'm having a good time. We're talking, right? So, you know, we're more than whatever, you know, like the
society.
Yeah. Calendar says, you know, for Father's Day and stuff like that, financial support or things like that. You know, we're just as cool and creative, I think, you know, and
yeah.
The verse, moms are so strong. I mean,
yeah,
single mom, and like I'm like, I have my mom, I have Sam's mom, I have Sam, I have my sisters. I'm like, how are they doing this by themselves? Like with kids, how? Like so, like I think that, you know, I would just say that to like fathers out there, you know, and dads and poppies and papas, just like, you know, be the best person you can be. I'm gonna try to be Ava's friend. You know, I'm gonna talk to her, but she's gonna know that I'm her dad, and I love this journey. You know, fatherhood is like, it's amazing, man. It's a whole new dynamic to your family. You know. So yeah.
That's fire, guys. Like, and this is why, excuse me, I wanted to have this conversation with you both, because you guys really, 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 really are like the type of men who I really want to highlight, you know what I'm saying? Especially for being men and being fathers, you know what I'm saying? Because it is more than just a paycheck. It's more than just putting the money on the table and just saying, God bless. Like, it's more to it, and you guys are proving that today. It's much more. Fatherhood, you know, I learned it from my father what fatherhood was about. You know what I'm saying? And then to see you guys like echo the same sentiments and then take it to a higher level. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like because we are more than what society says that we are. Like, you guys are fathers, but you guys can do so much more. You're more than just a wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are active. And that's the one thing that I could say as of having a father that was fully active in my life. Yeah. I mean, fully active. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and you guys are doing that for your children. I see Mark, he's always active, bro. Like, in his kids' lives and everything that they do, he's always active. And that's why I want to salute to this brother Mark, because he's forever active in his kids' lives. And that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? So that now we can change the narrative and create different generations of boys that become men that are going to follow in Mark's footsteps and in Phil's footsteps. Because I know your father very well, Phil, and he was very active in your life. You know what I'm saying? And all of the kids. Very still is. You know what I'm saying? But you, your brother, and your two sisters, right? All four. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are this generation, man. And I just want to say, yo, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the friendship. I appreciate all that, you know, but I really appreciate what you guys represent for the culture. You know what I'm saying? And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. I really appreciate you guys. And we need more like you. You know what I'm saying? But you guys are creating the next generation to be like you. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, thank you guys. I really do appreciate this. Taking some time out of your Father's Day to kind of bless us. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Phil.
Yes, thank you.
Terrence.
And Mark, and as Mark said, you know, Terrence, you're a great godfather. So, you know, happy Father's Day to you. And there's a lot of people that are on, like, you know, they listen to you. And what I realized about this platform is that people may not even be responding, but they're listening and watching. So there's a lot of people that you're like, I know Mark said it to be, you know, just being funny, but it's true. Like, you know, so there's a lot of people you're inspiring too. So happy Father's Day to you too, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man.
And
appreciate y'all, brothers.
Father out there hasn't reached out to their kid in a while, man, do that. Reach out to them. Reach out to them, because that's important. It's not about relationship. You like, you know what I mean? Check in.
Yeah.
Bumps and bruises. You know. It's nothing like having a relationship with your children. So, you know,
it's never too late.
Yep, never too late. You know what I mean? But yeah, brothers, y'all enjoy this Sunday. Love you guys.
Enjoy.
Love my brothers.
Yo.
Love
y'all, man.
I'm signing off, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yo, peace, y'all. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, T.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Drink now.
Yo, Phil, thank you, bro.
All right, no problem, T. Love you,
All
bro.
right. Peace. Yo, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Special Father's Day edition on this beautiful Sunday. Shout out to all the fathers in the world. And definitely Tuesday, I'll be back with another episode of Conversations of the Heart. Rest in peace to the great Eddie Tillman, my father. Love you always. Thank you for everything. Appreciate you guys. Thank y'all. Until next time.